Sarah Jaffe on the line with us. Sarah is an associate editor at AlterNet, alternet.org, and wrote a great piece from Party to Standoff at Times Square, Occupy Wall Street Spreads. Sarah, welcome to the program.
Hi, Tom. Thanks for having me.
So tell us what happened in New York over the weekend.
Well, a lot of things happened in New York over the weekend. Saturday, can we start with, did you cover Friday already?
No, I haven't.
I think Friday needs to be reemphasized a little bit.
I'm throwing the whole thing to you.
Okay, so Friday morning, what happened was that Mayor Bloomberg and the public-private partnership that runs the park where the original occupation is camped out, they received notice from the people who run this park, which includes Mayor Bloomberg's girlfriend, Diana Taylor,
Right.
that they were going to have to move out of the park because it needed to be cleaned. Now, what happened on Thursday afternoon was they held an emergency general assembly, and they voted to clean the park and not give it up, and they called for reinforcements all over the city. So I was down in Liberty Plaza at 5 a.m. on Friday morning as thousands of people filled the park, and the unions came in, everybody, community groups.
We did cover that part on Friday, and we had a live report from the park on Friday. So.
Right, okay, good. So Friday was still the high point, but Saturday was the globally coordinated day of action. That was they were calling the October 15th or 15-0 around the world, and it started off with a march from Liberty Plaza to Chase Bank, where people... the labor working group had coordinated a group of people who are going to withdraw their money from Chase, close their accounts, and explain to Chase why they were closing their accounts. From there, some of them went to Citibank, where 24 people were actually arrested for daring to try to withdraw their money from the bank.
Now, seriously, we're talking about people who just, as customers, walked in with Chase Bank. Here's my Chase Bank credit card. Here's proof that I have a Chase Bank account. I want to close it, and they got arrested for that.
Yeah, well, there is a march going. Like I said, there was a march that started at Liberty Plaza that was going to all these banks, and apparently the bank employees thought they were too rowdy, and they locked the doors and called the police. There's actually a video of this online. Right. 24 people were arrested for criminal trespass. Because apparently trying to get your money back from Citibank is
24 Citibank customers were arrested for criminal trespass at Citibank.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
Yep. So from there, the march kept going, and they went to Washington Square Park, and then from Washington Square Park to Times Square, where it's really hard to get an accurate crowd estimate because there's endless tourists coming in and out of Times Square, mingling with the crowds. But New York Magazine reported around 10,000 people in Times Square, penned off in the usual little barricaded demonstration areas that they've been using on us for a long time. Everything was going great. There was a band, people were having fun, and still not sure exactly what people were doing that got several people arrested and resulted in a big standoff with the police for a couple hours.
Now, is this? I saw the video of a young man saying, "I need to walk from here over to that block. Will you arrest me if I do?" The officer said no. He starts walking. He suddenly gets arrested. The crowd starts screaming, "Shame, shame!" That was Times Square?
Yes, I believe that was in Times Square. I didn't see that. I was stuck on the north side of most of what happened. Most of the police walked in right in front of me and then headed south.
Well, I'm curious if that was one of the early, like maybe inciting incidents, not like he was an inciter, but you know what I mean? Kind of the beginning
of. That doesn't seem like much of an inciting incident to me, does it?
Well, I meant in the dramatic sense. In a movie, in the arc of a movie, the first thing that starts the action is called the inciting incident, and then you get the crisis and the climax and the resolution.
But I'm still wondering what exactly kicked it off. I mean, Times Square is regularly home to 1 million people that gather there every year for New Year's, and I'm sure a lot of them are drunk. So
and there's always
is it that we suddenly couldn't handle this.
And there's 3-card Monte artists, and there's people selling $10 Rolex watches, and there's it's not like it's always been Disney World, although Disney does have now a rather strong presence there.
Well, Disney World is not exactly what I call it, but there's definitely something going on there.
Yeah. So the status of things now.
If
we've covered the arc sufficiently up to
Well,
Yes.
actually, after that, people reconvened in Washington Square Park again and were there until about 1 a.m. when they were chased out by the police. So there were 3,000 people
That was
that gathered
Saturday night.
around 10 p.m. So it was quite a day on Saturday in New York.
Right. Okay. And then Sunday?
And Sunday, well, the usual day at Liberty Plaza.
Mm-hmm.
There were a few hundred people. And there's the core group that holds down the park no matter how big the marches get and how big the rallies get.
Right.
But there's, now there are too many people interested in this for them to have big rallies in that plaza, so they have to move around the city.
So, and your billionaire mayor's wife or girlfriend, rather.
Girlfriend, yes.
Is he married?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, it's not that kind of girlfriend.
Yeah,
It's be out and accepted and yes, his longtime partner.
Right.
She sits on the board of Brookfield, the company that runs the park.
She has not decided to throw you out of the park. That she's part of the board of directors of the company.
Yeah.
Okay. Yet. Yeah.
Well, after what happened on Friday, I don't know if they can now. That's the speculation is that was the last chance that they possibly had.
So, Sarah, we have 30 seconds left. Where do you see things going, and what can people do to participate or help?
The biggest thing you can do is just show up at your neighborhood occupation, see what people need, ask around.
All around the country.
If you live somewhere cold like New York, bring coats, bring blankets, because it's about to start getting cold out.
Yeah, and occupywallstreet.org? I think it's the site that...
there are several different sites and several different places you can go. The Twitter accounts, check the hashtag OOWS on Twitter. But yeah.
Okay, great. Sarah Jaffe, thank you so much, Sarah.
Sure.
For the associate editor at AlterNet, alternet.org. You can read her writing and reporting there, and we will keep you up to date.